We will move on. Announcements. February 19th, President's Day, no school. February 24th is the father-daughter dance, 7 to 9 p.m. here at the high school arena. March 7th is our next board meeting, 6:30. That board meeting will be at Compass Elementary in the cafeteria. Board member comments. Mr. Napier.
I just want to thank Jay Muldoon and Mindy Reed for coming out, and it's a great suggestion to rename the PAC. Devin and his group, I see Devin everywhere. Every football game I go to, basketball game, he's there. So I just want to thank him for all that he does.
Thank you, Mr. Napier. Mrs. Gundrum.
I also want to thank the Hope Squad for being here tonight. It's always so inspirational and so heartwarming to hear, and I love the update. I think that was one of the things we asked for when we were talking about topics at the beginning of the year. We wanted an update from the Hope Squad because we love hearing from you all. The Pathways to Success, that was interesting. You know, we didn't talk about it a whole lot, but you could tell from the videos from the kids that they are on their way to success, and it's great to see that, you know, even if it's just a small sample of our kids, you know, what bright futures they have. So, and then also, I really love the idea of renaming the Performing Arts Center, and I think, you know, I'm kind of sad that I didn't know either of them, but I think that's such an apropos and wonderful way to show our gratitude for the Davises. So,
Thank you. Mrs. Burning Miller.
I also want to thank all of our presenters. Thank you so much, Muldoon and Reed, for coming out and presenting such a great honor to a legacy that is within our community. And it's amazing that we can honor some great contributions to our school systems by allowing us to potentially rename something after them. Thank you, Mandy, and your team for your team and everything you guys do. Super excited to see the different pathways that our students can excel at going out past graduation. So that's always great to see the success of our students. And then Hope Squad is always a delight. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. You guys are such an asset to our students and our community, and we're so thankful to have you here, and being here present with us and presenting and showing us all the work that you guys do is always touching and great to see. And then just everybody be safe tomorrow with the snow. You know, we haven't seen a whole lot of it this year, and so might have forgotten how to drive when there's snow on the ground. So just everybody please be safe, especially students who are just now getting their license and haven't really experienced that kind of white scare. So please be safe, everybody.
Thank you. Mr. Clark.
It's already been said, but just ditto, Jay and Mandy, thank you for bringing the presentation for renaming the PAC Center. Definitely an honor to be able to be a part of that passing. I hope. It sounds like it will, but I'm excited for that to happen. They definitely deserve it. What an impact they've had to the students, and some of those students have grown up to be teachers and superstars that we saw, you know, on the videos. So that's amazing. Ms. Pospischel and Mrs. Ogg, thank you for your presentation. Anytime we can see students highlight themselves and what they're going to do, what they've done, that's to me, that's what it's all about, is the students. So Mr. Crapo and Hope Squad, Devin, kudos to you, sir. Thank you for being here. But this Hope Squad is just so important to students. And again, take care of yourselves before you take care of others, but I'm glad there's that community. We talked about that a lot in the last two meetings. The sports teams have their togetherness as a camaraderie. The theater has their togetherness, like you mentioned last meeting. We saw it tonight with Hope Squad mentioned, as that community, the family, the house, and that's Fairfield right there. So thank you, students, for that. And as Mrs. Bernie Miller said, be safe this weekend, stay warm, and just enjoy the day off.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. The Ds, as they've been referred to, right, have made a huge impact here, and really that I'm remiss in being an '83 graduate and yet not really seeing that at my time. I wasn't into theater, but they were here a long time and they touched a lot of lives, and we felt that passion here tonight. So I think the board fully supports that move, and I'm sure that'll be an easy vote at the next meeting.
I want to say one more thing.
Sure.
I want to thank Kareem Sanders for the years that he's put in here. He's a super great guy, principal here. He's leaving to Georgia, but I've had the pleasure of working with him for 2 or 3 years. Great family man. Just want to thank him for his years he spent here.
Thank you, thank you. Devin, I wanted to say thank you and best of luck on your work on the kind of the national committee for Hope Squad and the impact you can make there as coming from a school where it's been embraced and it's been successful, and you're doing great things, so thank you. Beyond that, again, best of luck. Hopefully, the snow comes after, everyone's safely home, and the buses are all back in their bay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Well, there is no need for an executive session tonight, so we will ask for a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second?
We're all over that one, all right? We'll go with Mr. Clark and Mrs. Birding Miller. Mrs. Lane, call the roll.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Mrs. Birding Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Gundrum?
Yes.
Mr. Napier?
Yes.
Mr. Begley?
Yes, meeting adjourned, 8:05.
I was waiting, I was like,